I was born and raised in Windsor, Ontario.
Windsor.
Yep.
I grew up in Detroit.
Really? So yep, right there. I go to Detroit a lot, shop
Do
and
you?
stuff like that. Played a lot of tournaments over there. So
Why Windsor? Why not Detroit?
because my parents and them, they grew up there, so I think that's the reason. When it comes to basketball, I had a really good basketball high school coach, and I didn't think it was like worth it to uproot myself and go like prep school in Detroit or something like that. I thought I had a good shot coming out of Catholic Central with my high school coach, and it turned out great for me. So
In Windsor, right?
yeah.
Yeah. I remember Kentucky played in Windsor like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, I
Did
think
you
that was
happen to go to any of those
absolutely. I think that was 2010, and yeah, me and my dad went, and that's back when Brandon Knight was there, and that was
They
really
played,
that was
was
really
it
great.
2 games?
Yeah, 2 games.
Did you go to both of them?
Yeah.
So what sort of an impression did that make on you?
I was just like, I was just so impressed with like the high level of play that they had, and like the way they came together, and like I'm used to watching my university team play and stuff like that. I was used to that. So seeing Kentucky come in, they're the NCAA team, and I think they smacked us pretty good. So I was just remember being really impressed by
I'm
that.
trying to remember who they played. They played Western Ontario.
I think it was Western and University of Windsor.
And when you say they smacked us, you mean Windsor?
I mean, yeah, I mean Ontario. Yeah.
Oh, okay. What did you would you have thought then that someday you would be sitting here?
I mean, I always had aspirations to play at a high level of college basketball, and my goal was to play Division I basketball. But I don't know, like back then, I don't know if I thought I would end up at such a high level. I remember having like the worst zoomed in picture of like of the Kentucky team grouped like on my first iPhone. Like I remember snapping the picture, and I don't know if I ever imagined like being in that group. You know what I mean? But coming down the road now, and it's just it's been an amazing road, and it's been really fun. So
Now you went to Vincennes, right?
Yeah.
Out of high school.
Yep.
Why did you do that?
I mean, the junior college road, I just felt like that was best for me at the time. The exposure coming out of Windsor isn't exactly the same as coming out of, even if I lived 20 minutes that way in Detroit, or a couple hours in Toronto. It's a little bit different, right? So coming out of Windsor, that was kind of one of the issues, and also I wanted to be a better student and get my body right a little bit. I was a little bit skinny, stuff like that. So I felt like the junior college route would be a best route for me. I knew a couple people who had taken it, and they said it was a good route. And I knew people who knew Coach Franklin, and they said that he was really, they said he was really intense, and they had a really good record and good track record of producing players. So I felt like that was the best decision for me at the time, and it turns out to be, it was definitely a great decision.
What colleges showed interest in you coming out of high school?
Out of high school, I had very few. I had just low-level interest. But
D1.
Yeah, I had low-level D1s, but not a lot. And I think that was a driving factor for me to go to junior college. I felt like I could play at a higher level than that. And there was a couple. I had slight interest from University of Detroit, Mercy. That was like my only offer out of high school. And then I had like interest from other schools around the country. I had like a little bit from Duquesne and stuff like that. But nothing really like high level. So I felt like originally that was almost like my goal was to like go there or something out of junior college. And then once I got there, Coach Franklin was like raise the bar. Like, you guys need to raise the bar. And we did, and we all ended up in pretty good places. So
Now coming out of Vincennes, I understand Creighton was interested, Wichita State.
Yeah, there's
right?
Who
else?
I don't know. I would prefer not to say who else. It's more about it wasn't so much like I don't want to make anybody feel like they missed out. Like I had a great run with these guys, and the people I met along the way, it was amazing. Like the trip I took here was amazing, and like it was an awesome opportunity. So
was Kentucky late to the process?
Yeah, Kentucky was pretty late to the party, and
How late?
Late, like they were late. I mean, my coach he prefers us to wait until after the season to commit and stuff like that. And at first I didn't want to do that. I wanted to just take something when I had it. And we had a pretty long postseason, pretty long playoff run, and so did Kentucky, of course. And then once that was done, it was time to make that decision, and they were there. So that was a perfect opportunity.
What was your initial reaction when I assume Coach Franklin told you Kentucky's expressed an interest. What was your just immediate reaction?
I mean, I was just hyped. I just wanted to get the process started, and I was just really excited. You know, I was excited to talk to those guys and see how interested they were. And once I found out the interest was mutual, it was a really good decision for me.
Now, I see you, or at least I hear people say they see you as a three-point shooter. How accurate is that?
Yeah, I mean, I can shoot the three a little bit. Yeah, I shoot the ball from outside, but I like to do a little bit more than that. You know, I like to provide as much as I can for the team and just be an all-around basketball player. Penetrate and, you know, try to be a little bit bouncy, play above the rim, and, you know, grab some rebounds. Try to do it all. So.
Why do you think you're a good shooter, perimeter shooter? Why?
I think it's a lot of I think shooting is a lot of mental. It's probably a lot of confidence. So I think I have a high level of confidence when it comes to shooting. So that's probably why.